Have you ever wondered how hundreds of motors in a factory start, stop, and run safely every single day? How does a water pumping station control dozens of pumps from one central place? How do massive refineries, power plants, and even large commercial buildings manage all their motors without total chaos? The answer is a powerful and brilliant system called the Motor Control Center, or as it's commonly known, the MCC Panel. Today, we're going to break down the MCC from the absolute ground up, step by step, in the simplest way possible. Even if you've never studied electrical engineering, by the end of this video, you'll understand it clearly. So, what exactly is a motor control center? In simple terms, an MCC is a large electrical cabinet that does three main things. It controls, protects, and monitors multiple electric motors, all from one central location. Instead of having separate switches and controls for each motor scattered all over a facility, the MCC brings everything together into one organized, safe, and efficient panel. To make it even simpler, think of it like this. Imagine you have a universal remote for your entire house. One button turns on the lights, another controls the fans, and another handles the air conditioning. Now, picture a dedicated control room just for all the motors in a factory. That control room, packed with switches, breakers, and intelligence, is the MCC panel. It's the command center for all the mechanical work happening in an industrial plant. Now you might be asking, why is this so important? Why do we even need MCC panels? Well, imagine a world without them. Each motor would need its own individual control station. The wiring would be a messy, confusing nightmare, stretching all over the plant. Performing maintenance would be incredibly difficult and time-consuming. Most importantly, the safety risks from exposed wiring and uncoordinated controls would be extremely high. With an MCC, all of that changes. You get centralized control, which simplifies operations. Safety is vastly improved because all the high-power components are enclosed in a secure cabinet. Troubleshooting becomes much easier since everything is in one place. This reduces downtime and keeps the plant running smoothly. It creates a clean, organized, and professional system. So who came up with this brilliant idea? The concept of the Motor Control Center wasn't invented by a single person overnight. It was an evolution that happened during the early 20th century as industries grew and factories began using more and more motors. Pioneers in the electrical industry like Westinghouse, General Electric, and Siemens started developing centralized systems to manage this growing complexity. So, the MCC was really an industrial evolution, born out of the need to manage large-scale electrical systems safely and efficiently. Let's talk about the basic principle behind how an MCC works. It's actually very simple and boils down to three core functions: control, protection, and isolation. First, control means it can start and stop motors, either manually with a button or automatically through a control system. Second, protection means it safeguards the motor from electrical faults like overloads or short circuits, which could otherwise destroy the motor. And third, isolation means it can safely and completely disconnect a motor from the power supply, allowing maintenance workers to work on it without any risk of electric shock. To understand how it does this, let's look at the main components inside an MCC. For each motor it controls, there's a dedicated compartment or feeder. Inside this feeder, you'll find a few key parts. First, you have the incoming power supply, which brings electricity from a transformer or main distribution panel. Next is a circuit breaker or fuse. This is the first line of defense, protecting the circuit against short circuits and major overloads. Think of it as a master safety switch. Then, we have the contactor. This is an electrically operated switch that physically turns the motor on and off. When you press the start button, the contactor energizes and closes its contacts, allowing power to flow to the motor. Following that is the overload relay. This is the motor's personal bodyguard. It constantly monitors the current the motor is drawing. If the motor starts to overheat or work too hard, the overload relay will trip and cut power, saving the motor from damage. Finally, you have the control devices, the things the operator interacts with. These are the push buttons, selector switches, and indicator lamps on the front of the panel that allow for manual control and show the motor status. And connecting everything together inside the MCC is the bus bar system. These are heavy copper or aluminum bars that safely distribute high current power to all the individual motor feeders. So, how does it all work together in a step-by-step sequence? First, the main power is turned on, energizing the bus bars inside the MCC. Then, an operator presses the start button, either on the panel itself or from a remote control room using a system like a PLC or SCADA. This signal energizes the contactor's coil. The contactor's main contacts then snap shut, completing the circuit and allowing power to flow to the motor. The motor starts running and begins to do its job, whether that's driving a pump, a fan, or a conveyor belt. While the motor is running, the overload relay is constantly monitoring the electrical current. If everything is normal, it does nothing. But if a fault occurs and the current becomes dangerously high, the overload relay will trip. This de-energizes the contactor, which opens its contacts and immediately stops the motor, protecting it from harm. The motor also stops when an operator presses the stop button. MCC panels come in a few different types. The traditional or conventional MCC relies on manual operation with local push buttons. These are simpler and found in smaller industries. Then you have intelligent MCCs or IMCCs. These are the smart ones. They use digital relays and are connected to a central control system like a PLC or SCADA, allowing for remote monitoring, data collection, and advanced diagnostics. We can also classify them by their construction. A fixed-type MCC has all its components permanently mounted, which is a lower-cost option. In contrast, a draw-out-type MCC has starter units that can be easily slid in and out, like drawers. This makes maintenance much faster, safer, and easier. Inside these mechs, you'll find different types of motor starters depending on the motor's size and application. The simplest is the DOL, or Direct Online Starter, used for small motors. It's cheap and straightforward. For medium-sized motors, a star delta starter is often used to reduce the high starting current. For a smoother start and stop that reduces mechanical stress, a soft starter is the way to go. And for the most advanced applications where speed control and energy savings are critical, a VFD, or variable frequency drive, is used. Typically, MCCs operate at low voltages like 415 or 690 volts. But their current ratings can be massive, going up to 6,300 amps. They can control everything from tiny half-kilowatt motors to huge multi-megawatt machines. You can find MCCs at the heart of almost every major industry. They are essential in cement plants, oil and gas refineries, and steel mills. They run the massive pumps and water and sewage treatment plants. In the large commercial buildings, they control the HVAC systems, chillers, and fire pumps. And in power plants, they manage critical equipment like cooling water pumps and ash handling systems. Safety is paramount, so MCCs are packed with protection features. They have short circuit, overload, and earth fault protection. They use interlocking systems to prevent unsafe operations, and are often designed with arc flash protection to safeguard personnel from dangerous electrical explosions. People sometimes confuse an MCC with a distribution panel. The difference is simple. An MCC's primary job is to control motors, so it contains motor starters. A distribution panel's job is just to distribute power to various loads, like lighting and outlets. It doesn't have starters. MCCs are for industrial muscle, while distribution panels are for general power distribution. So, why is the MCC so crucial in modern industry? Because it provides centralized control, high reliability, and improved energy efficiency. It reduces the need for manual intervention and, most importantly, creates a much safer working environment. The MCC is truly the heart of any industrial motor system. To summarize, a motor control center is not just an electrical panel. It is a complete motor management system, from starting a small pump to orchestrating hundreds of motors in a massive refinery. The MCC ensures that our industries run safely, smoothly, and efficiently. If you understood the MCC from zero level today, You are one step closer to mastering the world of industrial power systems. If this explanation helped you, please give this video a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, How to Do It. You can find us by searching for How-to-52. We have a lot more easy to understand electrical engineering content coming your way. Thanks for watching.